alpha man, you want an alpha female, right?
No.
No such thing.
Oh my God.
No, I don't.
There's no such thing as an alpha female?
There's no such thing as an alpha female.
No such thing.
Why? How? Why do you think that?
Who does she lead? In the relationship, who does she lead? As an alpha female?
as a person though, not in a relationship. As a person.
Okay, so in terms of relationship, if you're an alpha female, who are you leading?
You're the alpha. So you lead people, right?
Yeah.
There can't be a dynamic though.
There can be two alphas?
No, where there's a man who's, you know what I'm saying, submissive to the woman.
Excuse me? Say that again? A man who's submissive to the woman. Okay,
Yes.
so how do you feel about that man that's submissive to you?
Me personally, I can't be with nobody that's gonna be submissive to me because I'm gonna walk all over him.
Right. Exactly.
That's just me personally though. Some women want somebody that's submissive.
You know what's crazy? What was the scenario? What happened? I'm so curious to know what he did to show you he was not attached with his emotions.
He just like flowers. Like if it was pretty much, if I'm a provider, why I gotta buy flowers? Well, if you the provider, then what's so hard to buy flowers? Like, so it's like you would rather just give me the money and then I go buy my flowers? No.
So basically, he would give you whatever you asked for money wise, but because he didn't buy you flowers, you broke up with him.
We wasn't together, but yes, because I just feel like it's not that hard to. You can go in Kroger's, you can go in Walmart.
What the fuck?
But that just might not be some guy's thing.
Well, then you're not the guy for me.
Fair enough.
Because I let it be known, like flowers or something. I want flowers weekly. If you can't do that, then
how much money was he giving you?
I mean, it's like whatever I ask. If I need $1,000 to pay my rent and my suite, then I would get it.
But he was giving you $1,000 for your rent, but because he wouldn't send you flowers, you stopped dealing with him?
Yes. I want to be showered, like flowers, like I got Louis Vuitton bags. I don't care about all that kind of stuff. Do the small things.
She belongs to the streets.
Give you flowers and not $1,000 for your rent.
No, give me both. Give me both. Why you can't bring the $1,000 with the flowers?
Okay.
You may gotta stop for gas anyway. Go and spend that extra $10 and give me some flowers.
These comments, they saying we, us black men, we get successful and get a white woman. Would y'all want to speak on that?
I'll definitely speak on that.
And I don't. That's sad. That hits me in the chest.
It hit you in the chest?
Yes, it did, because it's sad, because they're not saying I think white women are beautiful. They're not saying I have a preference for white women. They're saying that in rebuttal to this conversation because they're tired of the black woman that won't go to the gym. They're tired of the black woman that doesn't have a hot meal ready when he comes home from work. They're tired of shit like that. So they say, you know what? Where can I go now? What can I do now? Because every black woman I encounter got that attitude. I don't need you. I don't want you. I don't got to. Girl, I don't got to cook. You doing too much. That's the attitude that have us by ourselves. And I think that's a cop-out too. You by yourself because don't nobody want you. And now you just saying you don't get attached.
Because my podcast is about this. I'm talking about maintaining something, just, kind of parallel to what you're talking about to a certain extent. Maintaining black relationships. In particular, black women taking responsibility and accountability for their actions, our actions and behavior in the relationship with the black man, because we're not doing that. I did a video that went viral, say, why did I divorce my husband? And that video is less than about 3 minutes long. And I said I divorced my husband because I thought I was better than him. I divorced my husband because I made more money than he did. Once I got my little college degree, now I think he went to college too. And the more money I made was what, $1,000 a year, because he had a great job. I divorced my husband because I'm being in the military, 30 years in the military. Now I'm bringing my job home to him, trying to run the house. Well, I done already did my job. I shouldn't have brought that across that door, the threshold of that door.
Please speak on it.
Right.
Speak
so you
on
know what I'm saying? So I'm divorcing my husband for this. Should still be married to him this day.
Please,
absolutely should
put
still
that out
be,
there.
because it's not about all that stuff didn't matter, because now I'm out there divorced. Now I'm messing with him and that one, looking for that one, and going to bed by myself every night. The wrong thing. When then my husband, ex-husband, moved on, got family, new woman, and all of that, and I'm still out here doing all this crazy stuff and not realizing I had all that at home.
The quintessential.
From with the bag.
The quintessential.
Exactly. Now I'm great. Now
the quintessential.
Right.
Absolutely.
And now I have an amazing relationship because I had to.
Ever think about getting back together with Mr. Curtis Jackson if he came and said, well, Ben and Jen did it again. Why not?
and still to this day, will always, like, he was the love of my life. I will admit that without any reservations.
He didn't have to get no enhancement. He good. It seems like he's got Big D energy.
He does. Yeah. That's why he act a fool all over the internet.
What's up? Look in the comments and shit like that. If Vivica Fox shit, you look, and the girls will be like, "Oh, you must have had some bomb. You must have been like this." Like, look, first of all, not after 14 years. No, not after 14 years. Okay, because if a nigga showed up talking about you had some bomb ass pussy after 14 years, 14 years, you be done called the police on the nigga. Called your brothers and told your brothers to jump the nigga. Told your man, go on downstairs, get that, he downstairs, I don't know what he's doing down there. All of this shit for no reason. You'd have been into all of this crazy shit, but the girls act like it ain't nothing when they do some shit like that. But if a guy do something like that, come on, you know what time it is. You were looking like something wrong with him, right? After 14 years?
Curtis Jackson responded and said, man, my ex-lover still want me. 17 years ago, we was together for 4 months, and she's still mad. My badoom doom must be better than I thought. Kudos to you, 50 Cent, for smiling through it.
I don't got money like you at ESTG.
Why don't he?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. That's why I had to.
Just because he ain't had no money, you left him?
Had to.
That ain't right. I don't like that.
If he's making more money than me, I mean, if I'm making more money than him, I don't.
You should help him get some more money.
How am I gonna do that though? If I have my own career, I'm doing what I'm doing.
A woman's supposed to be a helpmate.
I feel like a man is supposed to be that for a girl.
A man's supposed to be a leader.
You right.
You're supposed to help him be a better leader.
I don't know. So I was in the wrong. Now I'm the bad guy. I'm always the bad guy.
You looking for a daddy.
I ain't looking for a daddy. I got my own money. I got my own money. I could do what I do. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't need a guy for money.
But you want one.
I want a man to be stable. If I was to leave him, I want him to be...
So he wasn't stable?
He was okay, but I was making more than him.
So he was stable though.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
So why are you leaving then? You said you just want.
Because he wasn't doing better than me. I need a guy doing better than me, and if he's not doing better than me, then
I guess
everybody's different.
She belongs to the streets.
I feel like it would have been more real if you'd have helped him get to where you wanted him to be.
Y'all want these guys. I feel like guys want that love story. Like, I feel like guys want us females to be with them in the trap, do what they do, and then when shit goes downhill.
No, nobody want that. You want that. You could have helped him outside of the trap. You could have helped him get a barber license or anything.
He was good at that, but he could have did that himself. He could have went to school. He could have did that himself. I would have encouraged him. I'm not his mom. I'm not gonna carry him and go do this and this.
A lot of women, you could have had a good man. You didn't want him because he was a cornball. You mess around with a bozo, have a baby by the bozo, and after you have a baby by the bozo, now all of a sudden you want to spin the block to the nigga that you didn't want to begin with. There are, and I'm not saying all, but there are a lot of single mothers who go after weak men.
Right. Mm-hmm. So
a lot of women will tell you, being a stepdaddy is honorable. And a lot of them, they know damn well that man ain't gonna get nothing out of it. They know damn well that they can up and leave, take half of his income, get alimony, depending on if they are able to swindle him into legally adopting the children. They can put him on child support. In certain states, you don't even have to have the man legally adopt him. If you can prove that he played a father figure role, you can put that man on child support. When men decide to take on responsibilities that are not theirs, they're taking a very big risk. I do not, me personally, because I can only speak for me, I do not see how it's worth it. When women are usually the ones that leave the relationships. Imagine getting into a relationship with a woman. She got a child. You become attached to the child. Then she up and leave, knowing you got an attachment to that child. And then she look at you and say, you're not.
You guys want to know why women want to get married so bad? Because it's the one day in their life where everything is centered around them. Okay? Yep. It is literally like for you guys to understand this, we got 18,000 y'all in here. Please like the video. Some of you guys may or may not be familiar with this, so I'm just going to, rehash this. Attention to women is their ultimate form of currency. Again, guys, attention to women is their ultimate form of currency. And there is no greater oxygen mask than a wedding. Okay? So women love, again, going back to what I said before, they love traditionalism when it benefits them. I could walk down an aisle. My father gives me away to a man. Everyone is going crazy. I get the pictures. I cut the cake. I get security. I'm able to divorce this man whenever I want to, take half of his assets and take the kids away, and he'll pay me alimony. I get all these benefits. But wait, hold on. Wait, you're telling me that I get all these benefits, but he can tell me what to do? Wait, he's a leader? Wait, these vows that I took where I was sworn to, follow him and guide him and take care of him in times of peace and death and ill. What are you talking? No, it's just about the wedding, man. This is for my Instagram, motherfucker. I need pictures. That's where we are nowadays, guys.
It's an attack on femininity too, as much as it is on masculinity. They're trying to masculinize these women and tell them that their natural state to be a woman is them being oppressed. It's the same thing. They're just trying to destroy the home from the inside out. But we're just talking about the masculinity thing because we don't get the benefits of both sides. They're just trying to weaken us. Yeah. But to do that, they give women both the benefits of masculinity and femininity.
A man's roles are static. A woman's roles are negotiable. And my argument is you need to get with a woman that understands that her feminine responsibilities are static too.
You gotta make a certain amount of money?
Being that I'm a mother too, like I average like 60, so 60 and above. Millionaires are okay too.
Millionaires are okay. Have you ever dated a millionaire?
No, I would love to though.
Girl, speaking, Kendra will tell every black woman to lower their standards. Bitch, that is never my role. How many millionaire men are y'all running into every single day that is being faithful and all these other attributes y'all say y'all want? So it's not about lowering your standards. It's about being honest with what is in front of you. There's not enough millionaire men for every black woman. I would rather have a man who may not be a millionaire, but treats you like a queen. That to me is high standards. To me, you're lowering your standards actually when you're focusing on a person that might have $1 million, but still gonna treat you like shit. So Cassie, Sassy, whatever the fuck your name is, now we clear.
Hey, Red Pill Kendra didn't lie. That's the Kevin Samuels effect.
Women is doing more money. They feel very uncomfortable. I have this problem.
Well, actually, that's not true. That's actually not true. It's the 80% of women that are in relationships and 90% of the college educated. It's actually the women that are not comfortable if they're earning more money than the men. You left your boyfriend because he was lazy. He wasn't making money. But let's just go back to the data here for a second. So man makes more money. Divorces go down. Divorce is initiated overwhelmingly by women. So women are not leaving men that are making money. So the next question would be, what happens with the whole cheating and loyalty department, right? If you look at the cheating rates for women, under like $30,000 a year, so like lower and middle, lower income men, the cheating rate for women is about 25%, up to about 30%, because women cheat in order to it's hypergamy. They're looking for a way out of the relationship, right? So it's like, but as the income rates go up, something really interesting happens, right? The cheating rate for women declines, and the cheating rate for men goes up. So women decline from like 30% down to about 13% cheating rates as the man makes more money. But as the man makes more money, his propensity to cheat goes from about 13% up to about 30%. Which is really interesting when you think about it. So what do women really value, right? So women are not leaving wealthy men because divorce rates drop when men are wealthy. Women are not leaving wealthy men, but wealthy men statistically cheat 3 times more than poor men. So what do women really value?
Can I ask which the statistics you're speaking of and of what year? It's very important. Yeah. It's very important to cite where you get your statistics from because we're listening to you.
Sure, that's fine.
It would be very interesting to know.
Well, this is just, anyways. We can definitely give you the cited sources, and there's a lot of information. This is not like private secrets.
So until then, it's not a fact.
I mean, it's very much a fact.
Okay.
It's very much a fact. Which book do you want me to cite?
Well, you're the one stating the statistics, so I would love to hear.
Okay, well, I lied and I made all these numbers up, but they're not true, so just live your life and continue.
You can find many statistics that can kind of acknowledge your point of view.
I'm not getting into that low IQ argument. I'm just giving you statistics as they exist. You can look up these rates very, very transparently now, especially because nowadays it's very easy to actually see transparently through a relationship through just electronic tracing, right? When you have divorce courts, you can actually see very, very accurately how many divorces were proven to be caused by infidelity and other factors, right? Women don't tend to leave men statistically. Not every woman's the same. These are group statistics. We're not talking about individuals. And buddy, I know I'm different because I would never do that. I'm an entrepreneur and I'm a meth leopard and all these kind of, I have tarot cards and I'm a Gemini, but whatever. Listen, bottom line is these do not apply to individuals, your group statistics, right? Men cheat more as they get wealthier because they have more access to sex. sex, more women make themselves more available. Women cheat less as they are with a wealthy man. So statistically speaking, we know that money actually drives loyalty in a relationship when the man makes money. Women are not divorcing wealthy men, even though 1 out of 3 of them cheat. Another really interesting statistic here is that
shit that females are going to hate me for saying, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Just watch this.
Could he possibly like me more than his girlfriend? And could I possibly be dumb to think that it's more than
what gender are you asking this question to? He might absolutely like you more than his girlfriend. That do not mean he want to be with your. That don't mean he's ever intending to wipe your. Because your girl can get on your goddamn nerves, but I still notice who I want to be with. She's just getting on my nerves right now, and I don't like her. I love her though, but I happen to like you. You know what I'm saying? Because in the midst of my difficulty with my partner, you was willing to squeeze yourself in. You didn't even try to take up space. You know what I'm saying? You was willing to fit into my life exactly the way I needed you to fit in. You feel me? I can like you right where you at. You don't want no more? You ain't asking for shit? Hell yeah, I like you. You mean I get to still go home to my girl? Yes, I like you a lot. I'm gonna talk to you a lot. You mean you gonna get up? You actually okay with me having to get off the phone with my...
Never wanna date you anyway.
All they asking for you to do.
Essence of being truly.
Today, we champion the black men who've taken the reins of their lives, leading the way in family, finance, and purpose. Their own unique F.F.P. We're here to uplift and to highlight the black men whose personal brands shine, illuminating the best within our community. The essence of our community lies in the power of dependability, of being useful, and consistently exuding confidence, intelligence, and assertiveness. That's the man we're here to celebrate. A man who truly embodies a meaningful, accountable nature. A true man. But our praise doesn't stop there. We raise our hats to the black women whose public and private actions beautifully mirror the strength and grace of our black men. Together, they weave the vibrant fabric of our community. Now let's celebrate the mantra that binds us. Dare to be bold, not silent. That's our rallying cry here at the Real Bravado Network. We're all about character, personal growth, and fostering a culture of accountability, all framed by this bold mantra. Our name, Real Bravado, represents our spirit, the essence of being truly bold. And that's our mission for every live stream, every conversation we have. So, let's dive into this journey together. And remember, we're here to be real, to be bold. Let's start this conversation, folks. Welcome, everyone, to our exciting live stream here on RBN, your trusted Real Bravado Network. This is your moment, your space. This is Have the Conversation. And every black man, start your day with 3 words. I'm a king.
cause I do what I want and what I need. I don't need you to nobody, I'm busy doing my thing. Mess with me and you could get forgotten, just let it sing. I don't play, I just win every day, I get it in. I'm a king cause I do what I want and what I need. I don't need you to nobody, I'm busy doing my thing. Mess with me and you could get forgotten, just let it sing. I don't play, I just win every day, I get it in. I'm a king and I will never knew. Plotting for my fall, you getting hanged for treason. I don't aim to please, do anything I feel. Haters gonna talk, don't listen to the shit. They tryna be like me, they know they can, yo. Can't even get lost, I'm on a pedestal, sitting on my throne. My neck be decked in gold, I don't do no hoes, I got a queen though. I'm a king cause I do what I want and what I need. I don't need you to nobody, I'm busy doing my thing. Mess with me and you could get forgotten, just let it sing. I don't play, I just win every day, I get it in. I'm a king cause I do what I want and what I need. I don't need you to nobody, I'm busy doing my thing. Mess with me and you could get forgotten, just let it sing. I don't play, I just win every day, I get it in. I'm a king, I told you guys before, ready for the war, to get me way much more. Gather all this parts, item to my kingdom. Shout out to my fans for pledging your allegiance. You get a reward, the best flow you've ever heard. I don't be mixing with birds, I'm a lion on the surge. Always pushing to the edge, facing arrows, never scared. For my greatness I'm a servant, only under myself. I'm a king cause I do what I want and what I need. I don't need you to nobody, I'm busy doing my thing. Mess with me and you could get forgotten, just let it sing. I don't play, I just win every day, I get it in. I'm a king cause I do what I want and what I need. I don't need you to nobody, I'm busy doing my thing. Mess with me and you could get forgotten, just let it sing. I don't play, I just win every day, I get it in.
I'm sorry. I always forget to turn the doggone mic on, y'all. Welcome. Always struggle stream. Everybody struggle stream, so I ain't gonna worry about it. Everybody hit that struggle stream button every now and again. All right, welcome everyone to the Real Bravado Network. We are your trusted RBN. We are a Black issues driven channel. We attack Black issues over here, not the person. We attack the issues, and especially the issues that keep Black folk from being together. My name is TJ, and I'm your facilitator on this journey. And this is your afternoon coffee break of Have the Conversation. That's right. When we get into our breakdown, 30 minutes in and out on the breakdown, hit it hard, hit it fast. Listen, everybody, we are on our march on our journey to 5,000 subscribers. That was the goal for the month. 5,000 subscribers. We started out here with our goal on August 1st. We have 4,300. As of today, 14 days into the month, we are at 4,824 subscribers. We are almost 4 200 subscribers up in the last 2 weeks. We got less than 200 subscribers to go in 15 days. Now, y'all sitting there go, why is he making a big doggone deal over 5,000 subscribers? Because when I started this YouTube channel almost a year ago, we started with 11 subscribers. That's it. 11 subscribers, no one watching, 4 or 5 people on the panel, nobody listening, nobody paying attention. We have gone from that to almost 5. Look, most let's see, like the Fox Theater in Detroit and New York and stuff like that, that's more 5,000 subscribers. That's more than what those facilities hold, and they hold whole comedy shows. So we are on our march to 5,000 subscribers. We're on a march to increase our engagement. We are on a march to get the word out. So tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend what we're doing over here, and we're trying hard, working hard, and we are here Monday through Thursday. We are here Monday through Thursday, 1 p.m. Central-ish. You know how black folk is. 1 p.m. Central-ish, 2 p.m. Eastern-ish. You know, we try to maintain that. I would have been on 30 minutes ago, but the struggle is real with the technology. But we're here right now. Welcome, everybody. I appreciate it. Today, we are going to talk about why is it always black women's fault. We are breaking down the Crimson Cure YouTube channel, and she did a live stream is why is everyone lying on black women? So we're going to talk. We're going to take a look at the sisters' content today and tomorrow, and we are going to take a look and try to answer why is it always black women's fault, and is everyone lying on black women? We're going to hear what Crimson has to say about that. All right. But before we get started today, I got a couple guests in the background. Mr. Elemento, you saw him here with me all week last week, and we got a returning guest member, if he can get his technology and his ears on real good, Mr. Hezekiah, who's an author. So we shall see what these fellas got to say about what Crimson has to say. But before we get there, you know, I like to discuss I didn't like to bring this up with an unusual perspective. Okay, most of us are familiar. Most of us are familiar with the Alcoholics Anonymous 12-step program, which has helped so many people, you know, dealing with substance abuse. And if we take those principles and apply those principles to understand what is happening with black families, and understand what has contributed to the breakdown of the black family. Speaking of breakdown of the black family, this coming Wednesday, we on our evening long form stream, which we will be renaming, because here in the afternoon it's the coffee break of Have the Conversation. But in our long form evening stream, we are going to be starting a 3-part series entitled The Rise and Death of the Black Family, which is going to be primarily a historical retrospective on the status of black families. And we're starting with the period that people hear a lot about but don't know anything really about, Reconstruction. So the rise and death of the black family, 3 different streams over the course of 3 weeks. Reconstruction, the birth of the entitlement movement, and what's going on today, the modern day black family. So it is going to be in a historical retrospective. So no, it's not going to be all the juicy fighting stuff. And you know what, black folk, boy, we hate talking about anything that has anything to do with learning anything. Oh my God. I mean, you want to talk about the Montgomery Battle Royal? Yeah, we down for that ish. We can talk about the Montgomery Battle Royal. We want to talk about Tory Lanez and his 10 years and how this woman destroyed this man on some F stuff. We'll do that. but trying to understand where we went wrong, how we went wrong, and the history behind it, and how we can apply those lessons of the rise of the Black family to try to reclaim it. Nah, we ain't about that. But just because we ain't about that, that does not mean that we not gonna just not do it. So right before we get going, hold on a second.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Big shout out to the big homie. I'm older than Theo, so he should be the little homie, you know, compared to me, even though we only got a few years apart. No, ain't no more big homie. I'm the big homie because I got 5 years on you, Theo. So you the little homie with the big channel, the Do Better podcast, Theo Coop. My man was, I guess, in YouTube jail for about a week. Hey, those are goals. Yeah, let's get bounced off of you. I don't know what Theo did to get YouTube jail, but just from my other channel, hit that subscribe button, y'all. On the road to 5K, we are absolutely on the road to 5K. And Theo, big thanks, man, for the $20 super chat. I really appreciate that. You know, people, you know, you heard me all last week talking about, you know, how honored I feel, and the people that support the channel over here feel when you donated some bread to what we're doing over here. It keeps us encouraged. It keeps us moving with that content. Okay. I forgot one thing, guys. I can't believe I forgot this. Everyone, please do me a favor.
Acknowledge me.
That's right. Acknowledge us here over at the Real Bravado Network. And before we get started, y'all listen.
Let me talk to you.
Let me talk to you. That's what we're going to do today. All right, y'all. So listen, you know, the Alcoholics Anonymous, you know, it has, you know, it's famous for its 12-step program. What is the first step in the 12-step program? Admitting that you have a problem. Acknowledging the thing that is destroying you. I've been accused from women that has known me either my entire life or a good portion of my life that I have a bitterness towards Black women. And as I walk through these streets that are Black YouTube, that we're all addressing this issue, when I'm watching female content creators who are talking about this, the overwhelming majority of our female content creators are refusing to admit that there's a problem. Well, you know what? I take that back. They're not refusing to admit there's a problem. They believe the problem is the sorry-ass Black man, the lazy, unambitious, serial cheating, abusive, obsessed with white women, Black men, them. We're not smart, we're dumb, we're criminals, we're abusive. A lady that I'm real close to talked about most Black men are grapists. You know, we can't say the real word, but y'all know what I'm talking about. We're grapists. She killed me with this one. All married men cheat. Really? Yeah. I do. I cut hair. I cut men's hair. You don't know how many married men are hitting on me. So every effing married man that comes your way is hitting on you. You're so special. You're so damn special that every married man, when they see you, they can't help themselves. Step one is admitting that there's a problem. Let me bring up the fellas real quick before I get going, because I want to ask them something. Mr. Elemental, welcome back, my brother.
What's good? What's good? Always good to see you.
Do we got a problem?
You know, I think there's an issue that definitely needs to be addressed. 100%. We need to acknowledge the issue, but as I keep saying, acknowledge where the issue is actually coming from, because it's really not coming from inside our house. It's not.
And I think we're participating. If you want to take that perspective, I think we're participating in the thing that's coming inside the house, from outside. I think we're participating. Mr. Hezekiah, you got your technology together, brother? Yeah, he can't hear us. That's all right. We'll back him down. He was having a problem at the beginning of this. I don't know if he need to put some earbuds in or need to invest in a new studio or get out of the backwoods of Georgia somewhere where he gets some good Wi-Fi. I don't mean to talk about the brother. Hold on a second. Our sister, the Crimson Cure, we're going to break down her video, which is entitled "Everyone is Lying on Black Women." Let's, without any further ado, I guess we can go ahead and
let me talk to you.
All right, here we go. Let me see.
Recently, when Kendra G came out with her new little clip.
Sorry about that.
About it. When she was talking about, what she's learned as having hosted a dating show for 3 years. And she began to say pretty much all of the things that Kevin Samuels told her 2 to 3 years prior to that. Okay. Thank you so much, Mogul Maze. Thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate you. Hey, Miss Sunshine, how you doing? I ain't forget about you, Miss Sunshine. So I love the hairdress. It's beautiful. Thank you, sweetheart. And so we heard her repeat what Kevin Samuels said. And it wasn't a repetition as in she was trying to steal content from him or do what he did. It's just that she came to the very same conclusions, many of the very same conclusions that he came to. And before Kevin Samuels, there was Iyanla Vanzant that spent a whole 8 years doing a show.
Real quick, shout out to Chantel Simone. I was watching her live yesterday. Well, yeah, her live stream while I was at work chilling. At work, well, you shouldn't be chilling at work, but I was chilling, So I was watching Chantel Simone, and guess who popped in her chat? Iyanla Vanzant popped in her chat. So big shout out to Chantel Simone over there.
Called Iyanla Fix My Life. And while there was family and everything else on that show, it wasn't just centered on Black women. She was holding Black women accountable as well as everybody else that presented needing help fixing their lives. Okay. And nobody liked what she had to say. And prior to Iyanla Vanzant, we had Sister Shahrazad Ali, who wrote an entire book, caught many years worth of flack, pushback, threats, all types of things, because she had the wherewithal and the gall to write a book called The Black Man's Guide to the Black Woman.
Hey, Mr. Elemento. Remember when Sister Shahrazad Ali was going around? If any woman could have got a modern day lynching. For those of you who don't know, Sister Shahrazad Ali, you know what? No. Mr. Elemento, talk about what you thought about how her reception was. I'm actually gonna go find her book.
Well, I mean, I think that when you have someone say something whose opinion that you honor and you trust, you tend to believe it. And so I think the biggest thing about what the sister is saying early on is that when she was mentioning Kendra G, right, and hosting this dating show, and she came to the same conclusion as Kevin Samuels. What that says to me is, oh, all y'all thought he was coming way out of left field somewhere. All y'all thought he was so wrong, so controversial. And now this woman is coming out and saying, yo, he was right. Right? And then, you know, the other sister's book, A Black Man's Guide to the Black Woman. Why do we need a guidebook to learn a part of ourselves? Are we not paying attention, or has so much about them changed that we need a guidebook?
Yep. Hold on a second. I'm going to show up my screen. That's the book right there. Sister Shahrazad Ali's book, The Black Man's Guide to Understanding the Black Woman. This book came out in, it was like 89. Came out in 1989. I was a young man, but I remember this woman she was cute, all over the talk shows, Oprah, Donahue. She was on primetime news, and everywhere this woman went because of this book, you know, people were just trying to just destroy this woman, threatening her. She had to get bodyguards. And guess who was the biggest detractor? You'll never guess who was her biggest detractor. Black men. This woman wrote a book defending the respect and the integrity of black men and black men across the country, especially those so-called black men from the pulpit. That was crazy. So this notion and these talking points, stop talking about my state. This notion and these talking points, you know, that we're talking about, this issue has been around for a long time. Sister Shahrazad Ali was I could be credited with the first person to try to drag this issue into the mainstream. And here we are, almost 30 years past when her book came out, and everything in her. You know what people had the biggest, the most controversial part of her book was the fact that she talked about how it was scripture or whatever, something like that, that a man could physically discipline his wife if he needed to. So of the entire book, that's the one thing that everybody latched on to, and that her whole message was that dude should beat down his woman like you beat down his children when they need to be disciplined. And they completely missed it for that purpose only. But if I was you, go get the book yourself, read it. It's a timeless read.
And in that book, it wasn't all about everything that the men had done and their culpabilities and their faults and flaws and their problems. It was examining the one group that at that time she said had not been examined, and that was the collective of Black women. Okay? Now that was more than 30 years ago. This was happening in the early 90s, late 80s. And the trend and the pushback has been the exact same from her all the way to Kendra G. It's not all. From it's not all to every excuse. Well, we had to be this way because Black men did this and Black men did that, and white supremacy this and that, and Black men are conquered and they left the home and we had to.
Now that right there, Mr. Elemental, is one of the biggest destructive lies that have come out of our Black women's mouths in general. And when we're having these conversations, ladies and gentlemen, let's just keep it a buck. And we should not have to say when we're having conversations that we're talking about things in a very generalistic perspective. You cannot talk about it on an individual level because there are too many intricacies on the individual level. We're talking about things as a collective, as the majority, as the shared experience. But to me, when people don't want to do the first step in the 12-step program, which is acknowledge, admitting that there's a problem, when people don't want to do that, they try to find a way to discredit the conversation and the argument. But this narrative that Black women had no choice, Black men were just left. They all of these men, basically from my grandfather and my father's generation of men, they just decided one day to pack their little garbage bag with their stick through it and take their little $5.13 in their pocket and their pack of smokes and go on down the road and lead that woman with them 4-5 kids that they created. And so the Black woman had no choice, because these Black men just woke up one morning in mass like the bullhorn sounded, and they all just walked out of the house and walked into the sunset and walked into their family, their new family across town. Y'all motherfuckers need to stop with that bullshit.
That may have been the case for a lot of women. Yes, there's lots of stories that happen exactly like that. But that is not the overall story for every single family. No.
That is actually not, it's not even the majority of the story. But our Black women, they go out of their way to this day, women who've had no experience what went down in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, girls who were born in like 2000 are talking the same crap. They'd be like, yeah, the one woman to say, but the Black men left us, and they'd be like,
yes.
And I'd be like, no, and then they'd be like,
absolutely.
And I'd be like, nah, y'all suffering for too much
emotional damage.
Yeah, and I'm just like, stop the nonsense. That's not what happened.
Well, listen, it's emotional damage that they are carrying 100%, but it's not theirs because they don't know nothing about it.
They're carrying somebody else's stuff. And the thing is, we keep talking like that as if that's what happened. This lie that Black men in general just walked out of the damn community, walked out of their families. That's one of the biggest frauds perpetrated against Black men since the all Black men are violent movement, which is probably number 2 behind the fact that Black men walked out of the homes. And this notion that Black women had no choice. You absolutely had a choice, especially today. You have a choice. Now, back when the entitlement things came out, the entitlement programs came out, and they presented this bull crap to you, the choice may have been we are homeless as a family, or we kick them outside and have our place to stay. I didn't say those choices were great choices. I didn't say that those choices were gut-wrenching choices. And let me tell you something what they're not telling you. That decision for those men that left the home, that decision was often made by the husband and the wife together.
Sure.
That was not Black men saying, oh, I'm just gonna go. The majority of the women that took these government assistance, from housing to food stamp to welfare, this was made. And a lot of time what you guys don't fucking understand is the man goes, you will be better and safer for my children for me to leave. It was not the most responsible decision, but it was gut-wrenching. A lot of these men, the overwhelming majority of these men, conceded to their wives taking these dollars so their kids wouldn't starve.
Unfortunately, it was like that because, in some cases, him being around made it $2 over the limit, so they couldn't get the benefits that they needed, right? So again, it's a sacrifice because that is what the head of household is supposed to do. Make the necessary sacrifice on behalf of the family. And in the cases that you're mentioning, exactly. Sometimes it was at the cost of the actual physical relationship.
And let me tell y'all something. And we actually covered this on our stream during the time when nobody was watching us. But I should have, if I was thinking, I would have pulled the clip. Well, I have a clip of them interviewing men from that generation. And they're talking about the fact that they would leave so their family can get these benefits, so the kids can eat, they can have a roof over their head. And they would talk about how they used to have to sneak back into the house at night and be out before day because the fucking government was sending people over there doing door checks.
Damn
to see if there were any men in. Oh, get the fuck out of here. And then what they started to do after that, after that, then they passed affirmative action. And what did affirmative action do? It ushered the two biggest benefactors of affirmative action, number one and number two respectively, were white women, number one, number two, black women. These men, along with their wives, made this untenable situation to leave so their kids can have a place to stay and food. Then shortly after that, they ushered in affirmative action. Black women started going into the fucking work. It started going into the work environment in droves and into college in droves. And they started buying the propaganda instead of taking the advantage of that and rebuilding their family, reconnecting their family. These women, black women, started looking down on, well, I got a leg up. Of course you got a fucking leg up. You got somebody else paying your damn rent. You got somebody else giving you a job that's supposed to go to your man, and you taking that money instead of you pimping the system and remending your family. You looked at your brother and was like, "Oh, I'm over here doing it." And then here comes the feminist movement, telling you that you've been oppressed. How the hell you gonna? We talked about this all last week. How the hell you gonna be oppressed when you got to work right alongside your damn man for the same white man?
Brought here on the same boat, folks. Just
hold
saying.
on a second.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
That's a very good question, Almond with the $2 super chat.
So,
sister with the pretty eyes, yes. Where did they go? Where did the men go since they all just left? Where did they go? They just disappeared into the ether. I know what it is, because Area 51 was in full effect. So I guess the alien spacecrafts that they're not admitting that we got came to all the black community and just sucked up all the black men, and we hit them at Area 51 for 50 fucking years.
Right. I mean, that or, the war on drugs and COINTELPRO just happened to push all the brothers into the modern day plantation. I mean, shit happens, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, all you got to do is just follow the tracks back to the White House. You know what I mean? Or one of them alphabet buildings, and you'll find the truth. It's sitting all right there, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Be masculine, and we had to be this, and so you can't blame us.
What?
For anything that we do, because we are just, reacting to the environment and blase blam.
Yeah,
when Iyanla changed her stance, because she was one of the ones that gave pushback to Shahrazad all those years ago. During her stance.
Oh yeah, we're not gonna forget that Iyanla Vanzant, Oprah Winfrey, all of them chicks that are now singing different, they were trying to attack her too. And all of those prominent out front black women, Iyanla Vanzant, Oprah Winfrey, and that whole ilk, Sister Shahrazad Ali was the only married woman and still married to her same man to this day.
Wow. I mean,
Sister Shahrazad Ali did not have a dog in the fight because she had her man and her kids, and she was gone off the market, and she out here fighting the fight for the rest of us. Our dumbasses.
You know, I love the fact that this got stuck right here, but 3 years later, she wrote the opposite book. So, you know, it wasn't like she was just going at it from one perspective. She went to the other side too. That's how you do it. It's balance.
Yep.
Tenure as a life coach, as someone who, you know, was using her life experience.
We're going to have to put up with some glitching. I don't know what's going on.
Her successes as well as her failures.
We're going to have to put up with some glitching. I don't know what's going on over here. My internet seems to be doing just fine. So I don't know if the upload of this clip is what's struggling.
To sort of take a look at her own community, the men and the women. But the issues with the women are the same. She came to a lot of the same conclusions. You're too masculine. It's too much of this thought thing going on. Y'all minds.
Hold on. Did she call for Mr. Elemental? Did Kendra, a Crimson Cure, did she just summon? Hold on a second. We got to give a warning. Yeah, Kendra's talking about what we now affectionately call over here the Thougtzilla.
Set is destructive in terms of being unable to build family units with you and things of that nature. You're not, and she tried to approach it through, okay, well, we need to talk about the traumas and we need to talk about the things that got you here. And how about healing those things? And then we can become a better group of women. She even went that route. Sister Shahrazad wasn't even really talking all about your traumas like that. I mean, she recognized that was going on, but she wasn't even trying to, you know what I'm saying, coddle you like that. She was just coming straight out. Listen, ain't nobody never looked at how you played the role too. In everything that's going wrong with the Black community, you play a role, Black woman. You are not completely innocent in these things. As a matter of fact, you're rather culpable in quite a few things. You're very manipulative and you do things in such a way where people won't, suspect that you are really manipulating things in a very dangerous and in a very destructive manner. Right? Then so many years later, because they ran Iyanla out of Iyanla Fix My Life.
Yes.
I used to tune into that show all the time. See, they didn't like it. Oh, you talking about us. Oh, you down in Black women. Oh, you bashing Black women. Oh, you lying about Black women. Oh, you this kind of crap. Then so many years later, until she said, I'm not going to do it anymore, because what y'all not going to do is threaten me and send death threats when I have spent all of this time trying to help you. I emotional damage. Her live streams, because she has a channel here on YouTube, and every once and again I would tune in from the clouds. I think I dropped in the chat one time. It was after that FBK thing, that first FBK thing, and it was chicks in the chat that was mad at her because she was holding accountability.
Step one, admit we got a problem. What did I say right at the beginning of this? Those who won't do step one go out of their way to try to discredit, disarm, dismiss the actual issue, or those that are trying to complete step one. We can't get out of step one, y'all. 50 years, we can't get out of step one. No matter what's going on, no matter how much you present the evidence, we still can't get past step one. We can't get past first base. And we're playing kickball. with the ball being rolled slow and bouncy, and we still can't kick the ball to get the first base?
Nah, man. I think most of the time people are too busy pointing fingers. You know, nobody wants to be the reason, right? And so when you start looking at the other side of that it could possibly be someone else. Coco Swole was good. You know, when you happen to get the other side of that situation, you know, it's well hold on, because then they start, you know, going into defense mode, right? And then it's you got a laundry list of things that have taken you outside the house. I'm trying to do what I have to do. It's not my fault. If you would just listen to me, everything will work out fine.
I got something to say. Wait, well, hold on. So we got a couple minutes. Hold on.
Two black women, they was calling her the same thing that they called me, that they call Sister Shahrazad Ali, mammies, and this and that, always with the name calling, always with the foolishness, okay? So they didn't even have respect for her. And she like, y'all not gonna stress me out because all that I'm trying to do is help you. I've made these mistakes. I've made successes. I've made good decisions, and I've made bad decisions. And I'm here as a black woman to give you my experience and then my perspective on that stuff and how to help you from doing a lot of the same things that I did, a lot of the same things my sisters and, you know what I'm saying, my the generation under me, my mom, all of these black women, that we have made a lot of different mistakes. So we're trying to stop the younger generation from repeating them. And the way in which we stop you from repeating them is pointing out to you why you make certain decisions. Why do you act a certain way? Why do you do the things that you do? Why do you think the way that you think? And to point out the root causes of all of these things, so not to bash and
the sister said root.
Yeah, she
like she from Mississippi or Alabama. So the root claw. It sounds like my great grandma. But and I know this is a sidetrack, but my grandmother to this day, she be like, boy, go in there and watch that zinc out. That what? That zinc.
That zinc out.
That zinc. What? What? Your what out? That zinc. Grandma, I don't know what you're talking about. If you don't stop playing me, boy, I'm gonna kick your ass. You get in there and watch that zinc out. Okay, the root, Kendra. Are you talking about the root, Kendra? Kendra, you talking about the root?
Yes.
The root, Kendra.
Absolutely.
All right, sister girl.
Down you, but you can't fix a problem if you don't understand the problem. If you don't know what is the problem, why it is a.
She's talking about step 1 in the 12-step program. You cannot fix a problem if you do not acknowledge the problem. My God, remember, before you do anything, before you get to anything, you always have to acknowledge me. The problem. You got to acknowledge the problem. That's exactly what that's all she's talking about. Step 1 of the tell. I mean, it seems so simple, but nothing gets fixed without the identification of the problem. I work in the medical field. We cannot begin the process of helping the body heal itself if we do not identify the problem.
Right.
Problem, then you are not going to be able to fix that problem. You are not going to be able to come out of the vicious generational curse and cycles that have placed you into that position and then threatens or have already placed your daughters and sons in these very same positions. And they don't respect that. So then we moved on to Kevin Samuels. Now, this was a little different because we got a man that is coming from a male perspective on how the women act, how Black women specifically. And it's not that he, you know what I'm saying, he talked about women in general, but the focus really was on Black women because that was his demographic. That's who we concerned about. We're not concerned about what Hispanic women are doing.
Yeah, and those of you who want to come over here with that bullshit, I got a chance to block something out. I had to just block somebody with some foul ass comment. Yeah. That's how you know you're doing something right, when a motherfucker come over here with some fucking bullshit.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Hold on. My sexy is strong with the $5 super chat. A lot of people are hard-headed and refuse to take advice from elder and folk with life experiences. Sad state. People in general are just, we're dumb. We're just stupid.
Folks just think they know. They catch the episodes, a few episodes of Dr. Phil and Ayana can help me, and they think they got it. You know what I mean? Like, oh no, I don't need no therapist to tell me nothing. I got it. For real. It is a sad state of affairs. For real. Shout out Coco Swole. Make sure y'all go and plug in with Coco Swole. Really dope person.
Yeah.
Really, all of this. And look, the sister was making some super dope points about it, right? Like you're saying, you cannot fix the problem until you acknowledge that issue, right?
You always, before you do anything, you always gotta
acknowledge me.
The problem. Acknowledge the problem before you do anything.
Exactly.
You gotta acknowledge the problem. Ain't that right, LA Knight?
No doubt.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. I mean, come on, bro. If you can't acknowledge the problem, then what are we doing? Right, LA Knight? Yeah.
Right. We just going around in a circle, right? Because it must be everybody else's problem because it's not mine, right? And I don't believe that is even a thought process that comes from us either.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
All right, with the $2 super chat, my good sister Almond Eyes in the building with another $2 super chat. That makes, you know what? I'm gonna give it to you anyway because I'm donating that extra dollar simply because I just want yeah, I mean, I just wanted to do that. And also, she gotta. This sister right here gotta get her own.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Up on me. Did that just freeze up on me? No. What's up?
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Man, I guess this whole man. Come on, man. Maggie hit us with the double nickel, so we got to give her. And then we got to give her for the double nickel with the $10 super chat, Miss Maggie, the substitute teacher, our YouTube resident. She calls herself the struggle string cook. Come on, Maggie. This lady be over there, man, be making these healthy meals look like they the most unhealthiest things. That's how good they look. All the good food ain't good for you. Right. Maggie be over there hooking up with she cooks healthier versions of the meals that we like over there. So she be over there doing her thing. I appreciate you, Maggie. I really, really do. Yeah, coming through. And we over here having a real conversation. Step one, we have to acknowledge the situation over and over and over again. And today's streaming, we're out of time for today because we're going to pick it up tomorrow. But I want to say this, Mr. Elemento. you know, why is the topic today? Why is it always Black women's fault? And what Kendra's her stream? Why is everyone lying on Black women? Ain't nobody lying on you. And we're gonna get to that tomorrow. That ain't nobody really lying on you. And it's not your fault. What the part that you carry in this right now is the fact that you won't of the 12-step program, you won't complete the first step. That's the biggest problem really that we have, is the fact that we got too large of our women who won't complete the first step. And shout out to Maggie, the substitute teacher. I'm going to give you guys just a snippet to a private conversation that her and I had. And I've told her not everybody's meant to fight every single fight. You can only do what you do. Maggie on her other channel does a lot of femininity coaching and talking about, you know, how to regain your femininity and stuff like that, and how to be a lady. She even went to what you call that, etiquette school. Maggie went to etiquette school. She has her own etiquette coach and stuff like that. This is a Black woman who's relearning, who has a high advanced degree, works in corporate technology, and you know, she admits over and over and over again. She has a channel called The Wives Club. She admits over and over again about her failures in her marriage and how her attitude, her behavior, how her degree, how her position at her job, how all of that affected her marriage. And so she's like, she goes, I've tried to talk to women, but I just don't have the energy to, and it's not for everybody. Do your thing, Maggie, over there. That's not for everybody. You know, leave it for other. There's enough of us over here that got enough energy and got enough smoke for that. And we're trying. We're trying. And listen, guys, this Wednesday, we'll be back tomorrow. We're back tomorrow at 1:05-ish. Central Eastern Time. We are on our march to 5K. Let me see. We've been on the stream, so let me see if I got one more. I don't know. I should have kept this pulled up. I don't know. So where are we at officially right now? We are at 4,833. We are less than 200 away from our 5K. And so come on, tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. Tomorrow we are back with the conclusion to Crimson Cure. And shout out to the Crimson Cure. You know, that sister over there is doing some remarkable work, and she's probably one of the more hated sisters in the space because she classifies these women who won't be coming to cooperation with men. She classifies them as hyenas, and they get real mad because they don't like hearing being classified as a hyena. And here's what I got to say about that.
Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
Now that's money. Come through with the Nino Brown joke. Yeah, man.
That's what I think about that. Come on, y'all. Tomorrow we're back with the conclusion of this. Our 30 minutes has been up for the recap 5-10 minutes ago. So I appreciate that. And let me go subscribe from my please do help a brother out. Tell a friend, and me, Mr. Elemento. And when Hezzy get his stuff together, he'll join us probably tomorrow too. Everybody, you know, this has been fun. You know, just when we get into it, our time ran out.
Yeah, absolutely. Every time.
King. I'm a king cause I do what I want and what I need. I don't need you to nobody, I'm busy doing my thing. Mess with me and you could get forgotten, just let it sing. I don't play, I just win every day, I get it in. I'm a king cause I do what I want and what I need. I don't need you to nobody, I'm busy doing my thing. Mess with me and you could get forgotten, just let it sing. I don't play, I just win every day, I get it in. I'm a king, and I will never knew. Plotting for my fall, you getting hanged for treason. I don't aim to please, do anything I feel. Haters gonna talk, don't listen to the shit. They tryna be like me, they know they can, yo. Can't even get lost. I'm on a pedestal, sitting on my throne. My neck be decked in gold. I don't do no hoes, I got a queen though. I'm a king cause I do what I want and what I need. I don't need you to nobody, I'm busy doing my thing. Mess with me and you could get forgotten, just let it sing. I don't play, I just win every day, I get it in. I'm a king cause I do what I want and what I need. I don't need you to nobody, I'm busy doing my thing. Mess with me and you could get forgotten, just let it sing. I don't play, I just win every day, I get it in. I'm a king, I told you guys before, ready for the war, to get me way much more. Gather all these parts, add them to my kingdom. Shout out to my fans for pledging your allegiance. You get a reward, the best flow you've ever heard. I don't be mixing with birds, I'm a lion on the surge. Always pushing to the edge, facing arrows, never scared. For my greatness I'ma serve, and only under myself. I'm a king cause I do what I want and what I need. I don't need you to nobody, I'm busy doing my thing. Mess with me and you could get forgotten, just let it sing. I don't play, I just win every day, I get it in. I'm a king cause I do what I want and what I need. I don't need you to nobody, I'm busy doing my thing. Mess with me and you could get forgotten, just let it sing. I don't play, I just win every day, I get it in.